Thanks for the support as a channel member, Harvey2478. Oh, Mrs Wearmouth, the hassle you're causing me on a daily basis. Have you seen the comments section the last few days? All this only signing 18-year-olds restriction, people don't seem to get it. They think you can go out there and sign exactly the kind of striker you want, even though we're a small club with no reputation and we can only sign 18-year-olds. They think we can get wonder kids. They won't hear it's not possible, and it's all your fault. I need you to put out some kind of statement that explains that you fully back me, because you know I'm signing the best players that are willing to sign for us. Because we know that's true. They won't believe it. Baffling. Hello and welcome to part 107 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we're away against Leicester and at home against Manchester United in the Premier League. Since you were last with me, we've had a dodgy old start to the season. We really struggled for any kind of result, for any kind of goals. We ended up switching to a good old faithful tactic around about here. We've switched to the 4-3-3 vertical tiki-taka that you've seen me use so many times before. I think most recently we've used it with Leicester in the beta save this year, and that seems to have steadied the ship a little bit, picking up draws against Everton, Chelsea and Leeds, and then a victory over Stoke has led to us getting back above the Kev ratio and dragging ourselves out with a little bit of trouble. We got ourselves in early on. We've now got 9 points from the first 8 games, a game in hand as well. And the game in hand is away against Leicester, who are below us. So if things go well today, we could actually find ourselves knocking on the door of the top half of the table again, which the situation we're in at the moment, that'll be fine. We'll take mid-table in the Premier League for as long as it takes for us to find the missing piece of the puzzle. And as mentioned to Mrs Wearmouth in the intro, it ain't as easy as just saying, well, why don't we just sign a wonder kid striker? Because they won't come to us and they don't exist. We did bring in another striker. You saw me to look at him in the transfer special. I thought, you know what? He's got 4 goals from his first 5 games. I know it's only in League One, but he's still 18. Let's just throw some money at Wojtek Fullneck. So he's in. And we also signed a player from Liverpool. I think he came in from Nathan Wally, who's he's 19 now. He was 18 when he signed. Look at his age, boys and girls. Look at his age. Look at his date of birth. He's another one of our little tippy-tappy, nice first touch, nice control, short Arsenal-style players. He's an attacking midfielder. He can play centre mid, right mid, up front. I know we've got loads of this kind of player. For whatever reason, this is all we can get. Anyone who's got a little bit more physicality about them, a little bit more pace, a little bit more size, I guess they're not yet willing to come to us because they know they can go and play somewhere else and not have to come to home. So we're just going to keep signing this kind of player and hope that we find the right combination just through scattergun approach of bringing in this kind of player to maybe get a Europa Conference League qualification or a Carabao Cup win or something that gives us enough of a reputation boost for us to actually be out there competing for the proper wonder kids. We're just not there yet. We can't sign wonder kids. They won't come to us. But we have managed to have one more player develop into a wonder kid. Damien Peresato, last time I checked, had graduated to wonder kid status. There's your confirmation of that. So of our back 4, 3 of them are now wonder kids. Peresato, Abagai and Fazikas are all wonder kids. So defensively, we're looking all right. We've also had a young player do a McPal, Keanu Wand, who was out on loan last year at Millwall down in the Championship. Didn't look particularly spectacular down there, but has now hit 2.5 stars of current ability. And in a world where we've got a lot of players who are struggling for fitness and we're picking up suspensions, we've had a few injuries, and we're just going to give him a go today. As part of our new look 4-3-3 system, he gets his debut on the right-hand side. Ola Richards on the left isn't fit to play the full game, so Lukinas is probably going to have to come on for him. But I mean, you know how many players we've got in a similar mould now. Christensen, Richards, Wand, Wally, Lukinas, Oliveira, Bueno, there's loads of them. They're all less than 5'10", not particularly rapid, and they're really skillful. We're the new Arsenal, everybody. But this is the team. We're going with Williams in goal, back for Peresato, Abagai, Fazekas and Gillespie, Passotti at the base of the midfield, a returning Kieran Hodgkinson, who has played a couple of times since recovering from his injury. He's an important player to have back in because he has that physicality that we're missing everywhere else in the squad. He's 6'1". He's a little bit quicker. He's a little bit more in your face, but he is 29. We can't rely on Kieran Hodgkinson for much longer, but Hodgkinson and Christian in midfield, and then Richards and Wand out wide with Ali Basic up front. And I know you don't like Ali Basic as a striker, but ultimately, if we actually look at Ali Basic's attributes as a striker, he's got amongst the best finishing at the club when it comes to playing up front. He's probably the quickest of the strikers that we've got. If you're looking for what makes a good striker in Football Manager, he's pretty quick. He's a reasonable finisher. If you compare him to, I don't know, who do you want to put up there? Lukinas has only got 8 for finishing. Okay, he's a little bit quicker. Is that better? We could try Bueno. He's got 9 for finishing and isn't any quicker than Ali Basic. Who else do we want to have a little look at? Costabile. Okay, Costabile looks like he should be the one. And I get that Costabile looks like he should be the one, but he's 22 now and only scored 4 times last year. I know he only started 4 games, but he was dross whenever he came with the bench. And he was great the year before, but his potential's run out. Costabile's as good as he's ever going to get now. And you bring him in and he's just gold route central. So, I don't know, is Costabile the answer? Maybe. Sebastião has only got 9 for finishing. We've got Little, who we signed in the summer. Little might end up being great for us. He's a better finisher. He's a little bit more physical. He's very good in the air, but he's slow. Yeah, maybe a complete forward or a target man. But I think Little's future is as a second striker, not as an advanced forward, which is what I want to use in this system. And I know the answer then is, well, why did you sign him, Kev? I signed him because he's 18 and he's got 5-star potential and he might end up brilliant. We might change the whole system around to fit him in. If he ends up a 4.5-star current ability player, we change the system and use a target man again and fit him in somehow. Failing that, as an English 18-year-old with loads of potential, maybe we sell him on for a lot of money. But at the moment, Cameron Little doesn't fit into this system. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. And it's all because of the restrictions. I know what we need, but I promise you, I promise you that what we need isn't available to go and get, or else I would have gone and got it. I do know how to play Football Manager. Right. Enough of a rant at the comments section. You monsters. Let's go and hopefully try and beat Leicester. Oh, please let me beat Leicester. I need the win. Because we're playing Manchester United after this, and that's probably not going to go very well for us. They've had a very good start to the season. We need to get some more points on the board. And we're barely ahead of the Kev ratio. If we lose this one, we fall level with the Kev ratio again, which means we then go below it against Manchester United, and we're really in danger of being sucked into a relegation battle, which we don't want. We've done well to this is our 3rd season in the Premier League now. To get relegated at this point would be a big, big disappointment that we'd rather avoid. But it's a tough season so far. It really is tough going. Right, Richards has done well to win the ball back there, playing the ball forward, looking for Ali Basic, but can't find him. Hodgkinson's got it back in midfield and gives it to Gillespie. Gillespie to debut boy Wand, who plays it back to Fazekas. We're looking for something special from Wand today, just to see if he might be a solution for some goal generation for us. Christian with the chance, but his shot is well defended by Leicester and they scramble it clear. And that was the first big move of the day. I mean, it was a big chance. We're already over a 1 for XG, and that's the only really chance of note that we've had. So Christian really should have done a little bit better with that. Wand plays it in nicely to Gillespie. Gillespie can cut it back to Wand here, and he does, who drives it across to Ali Basic, who gets the shot away, and I think forces a corner, or was he offside? No, we have got the corner. And it's going to be, why the hell is Abagai taking a corner? Somebody stop that nonsense. Fazekas back to Abagai again. Wand trying to get the crossover, looking for Ali Basic again, can't find him, and it's going to end up back with Wand, who can't quite keep it in play. He's looked bright so far. He looks like he's got a little bit of raw energy and excitement about him. I don't know if he's necessarily got the end product yet, but it's nice to have something a little bit different in there every now and again. Right, why the hell is Abagai taking corners? No, that's not what we want to do, because we haven't. What have I done here? Right, let's, for today, just, I mean, there we go. Are any of these in the team? No, so that's not really going to help. Corner takers. Right, I see Kieran Hodgkinson's out, one of our main aerial threats. We don't really want him taking the corner. Who's, you know what? Abagai can keep doing it. Who am I to say it's wrong? If they think that's the right thing to do, we'll leave them to it. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe I have played Abagai a little bit recently as a fullback on either side. He can play wing back either side. It does allow Jørn Andersen or Harrison Davies to get a little bit of game time. And certainly if we're not going to be using a libero, maybe Abagai's future is out at wing back. Because he's not quite got the aerial threat of some of our other forwards. Right, Richards is coming off for Lukinas, and we can make him an inside forward, really try and get him up there with Ali Basic. In fact, not with Ali Basic, pick one. Bueno, Wally, Oliveira, Hodgkinson, Lukinas. Any of this lot could go up front at this point. Who's my assistant manager thinks Oliveira. Well, let's try I don't think I've played Oliveira as a striker yet. Let's try Oliveira as a striker. His attributes are very similar to Ali Basic's. Very similar. Where is Ali Basic? Ali Basic considerably better at everything. This is this is the one then, isn't it? This is what we need. Right, we'll bring Anderson on, stick Abagai out at left back. Like I say, we've done it a few times recently. Anderson can just slot in there alongside Fazekas, and Abagai can see if he can be a bit more of an attacking threat. The guy we signed to be Harrison Davies' replacement is now being used as an attacking threat. Anderson. Hodgkinson has picked the ball up in midfield. I wonder if Hodgkinson should have played as much football as he has today. Oliveira shooting from range, and I was going to say it's a decent effort. It's not. It's miles wide. The one thing I like about this changed system, we are not the same attacking threat that we were before, but we'd kind of lost that anyway. But we are much more solid defensively, with both fullbacks on support instructions rather than one on attack, and Passotti sitting there in front of them certainly has given us that more of a solid base to build from. And now Oliveira with a chance to grab a late winner. That is so cynical from Leicester. It's going to be a red card. We're not going to score from the resultant free kick, though. You should have penalty goals in football, because that was so cynical. He's through on goal there, and they've just taken the red card because there's 2 minutes to go. Jørn Andersen with the shot from range. Stick it in the top corner. That'll learn him. Oh, he has! Oh, my word! I've never seen anything like it from Jørn Andersen before. But a 94th minute free kick, that serves Leicester right, because it was so cynical. And Jørn Andersen apparently can do free kicks. Who knew? This is what happens when you don't set your own set piece takers. Lovely stuff. Leicester 0, Home 1. What a crucial 3 points that is. A clean sheet as well. We're making a march up to mid-table, boys and girls. It's lovely stuff. Right, just the one change for the Manchester United game then. Wand can drop back out. He was fine, but didn't look spectacular. We've had a little look at him now. So Oliveira can come back in on the right-hand side. Other than that, we are unchanged from the team that picked up the glorious victory over Leicester. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I fully expect us to get beaten today by Manchester United. Although we are, is it 5 or 6 games unbeaten at this point? Getting ourselves back up to 13th place in the league. We'd be very happy with a 13th place finish this season. So, things are all of a sudden, after a difficult start, we might have just stumbled across a system that works with the group of players that we've currently got. It's not going to be free scoring, attacking excitement, but I guess until we get a striker who's able to provide that for us, that's fine. Let's be defensively solid and hit teams on the break and hit teams with set pieces. The home way, the new home way. At least we're passing the ball a little bit nicer now, rather than just lumping it forward all the time, which is, I guess, is progress. We look a little bit more Premier League, and we're already a goal. I say we're already a goal down. It's taken them nearly half an hour, and we were expecting to lose today. So I'm not worried. It's fine. We haven't budgeted to pick up any points at home against Manchester United, and we're not likely to for a long time to come, because we're never going to. I mean, we're not going to be that good for a long time. Williams to Fazekas playing it forward to Hodgkinson, and now Oliveira looking for Ali Bassig ahead of him, or looking up to see where he is. Anyway, I don't think there was a way for him to get the ball through to him. Hodgkinson, Oliveira, back to Passotti. I like Passotti sitting in this little pocket of space. I think he is the answer for us in that position. That's a position. I mean, we talked a lot about the striker role today. I've been looking for that deep line playmaker in midfield for 4 seasons, and that's how long it took for Passotti to present himself. We need the right player to appear. Passotti did eventually. The striker will come. He's just not here yet, I don't think. I mean, he might be. Maybe it's Bueno or Caetano, one of these boys that we've not really tried yet, and will get opportunities, but they haven't done just yet. Parasato heading it forward, looking for Ola Richards, but can't find him. It's the last day of Kenlin Richardson's suspension today. It's been a nice little run that Richards has been on in the team. I think he's had 4 games because Richardson got a red card for being a violent lunatic. So Richards got a nice little run in the team. But I think we probably do need the directness of Kenlin Richardson back in the team. Richards is a lot like the rest of all of our attacking players, whereas Richardson is a little bit more get his head down and run, which we don't really have from anyone else in the team. And of course, Richardson's a wonder kid as well. And you got to get those wonder kids into the side. 2-0 down now. 2 goals in 7 or 8 minutes from Manchester United. Only to be expected. And yeah, I suspect there's going to be a few more of them today as well. Although Richards has intercepted the ball nicely here. Plays it into Ali Bassig, who's one-on-one here. Forces the save out of the goalkeeper. There was pressure from the Manchester United defender. I think that was Matthijs de Ligt who was chasing him down. Still gets the shot away, and it's Oliveira with the corner. Looking for that near post, but can't find anybody there. Parasato picks the ball back up again, just inside the Manchester United half. We're actually ahead for XG. What a difference a striker would make, boys and girls. United with the corner again, and it's frustrating because it's so easy for them. At any moment, they can just do that, and it hurts. But we're 3-0 down at half-time. I got to believe we don't even deserve it. Who is that stood on the line? What's the point in having a player stood there if he lets the ball straight past him? We're going to point the fingers. We're going to ask for something different in the second half. We're going to keep an eye on fitness levels. What have we got down on the bench? Who can come on and maybe change things up a little bit for us? Lukinas and Little are probably both going to get a run out in this second half. Oliveira with the in-swinging corner, but again, no real threat. Parasato's done well there. But because it's FM21, tackles don't matter because the other team get the ball back immediately. Alex. God, Alex, that isn't going to help anything. Oh, that's not going to help. I'm going to block the word green from the chat, I think, from the comments. I don't need to hear it. Alex Williams is the best goalkeeper at the club. That was poor, though. I will allow that. I will allow that being poor. But any suggestion that he's not the best goalkeeper at the club is the suggestions of lunatics. And he was always the best goalkeeper at the club, and he was always going to be the best goalkeeper at the club. Exactly. Williams, forward to Abagai. My goodness me. Edit that out, somebody. Williams to Abagai again, and now Fazekas. And I mean, we're just that's reverting to just lumping it forward. I'm not having that. That's not how we play anymore. We're going to make a couple of changes right now. We're not going to bring Nathan Curry on up front. Let's try Cameron Little. And let's get Lukinas on as well. I said we'd get him on. Let's get them both on. Little, let's play him as a complete forward. Although, according to that, he can't. Actually, complete forward on attack, he can do. There you go. We'll play him as a complete forward on attack. Maybe he'll be the answer. Did I not bring Lukinas? Who have I brought Lukinas on for there? Oh, Niblett. So I was supposed to bring him on the right wing. Right, let's do that. That's what I meant. It's not quite what I meant to do. I meant to leave Christian on. But never mind. I guess we could still cancel and do it properly. I'm not going to. Well, perhaps this is the universe giving me the opportunity to try them this way around. We know Christian's good. Let's see what Oliveira's like alongside Hodgkinson. We're going to offer some encouragement. Maybe for Manchester United. There you go. Gillespie's injured, so Curry can be the final change. Maybe in future, when we play Manchester United, we shouldn't be on an attacking mentality. We'll perhaps make note of that for the future. But ultimately, 12 points from 10 games. Happy. 3 points from today's episode. Very, very happy. We're not worried about what happens against Manchester United. Even if there's odd goals that are conceded. We don't worry about the weird goals either. Right, United are in again, for goodness sake. Oh, I'm turning comments off for this episode. Oh, Alex. Today has not been your day, has it? All goalkeepers have bad days. He's still... Can I remind you, Barcelona wanted him in the summer. He is still a top-tier goalkeeper who would get into most Premier League sides. Barcelona wanted him. Perisato. To Passotti. Back to Perisato. This has been so poor today. Right. A little just... he's so slow. We need to send him to speed school. Richards has done well there, playing it forward to Little, who's actually done well to beat his man there. Little might be earning himself a start in the next game if he conjures something up from here. This is good play from Little. There was no one really up there supporting him. I don't think we can be too harsh on Little for what's happened there when there's no one up there supporting him. Curry with the corner. Can't find a home shirt, but he's going to have another go at it. And Ola Richards, we know how much he likes to lurk at that far post, but this time he couldn't keep his header down, and it is going to end 5-0. And the less said about that, the better, I think. It's not going to let me thrash my arms, so I'll point my finger. I don't want to go full on, you're idiots, because it was Man United and we were supposed to lose. I don't think we necessarily needed to lose exactly like that, but I have to hold my hands up, which Williams didn't do very much in that match. But I have to hold my hands up and say probably shouldn't have gone attacking against him. You live and you learn, don't you? And now Passotti's missing the next game, which is far from ideal. Right, we're going to be back sometime around December time, probably. We're going to give it 6 or 8 games with this vertical tiki-taka. See how it works out. If it doesn't, we'll be back to the Gegenpress next episode. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.